Once upon a time, in a valley where the stars dipped so low they seemed to graze the earth, there lived a little lamb named Lila. She was no ordinary lamb. Her wool shimmered like moonlight, and when she hummed, the stars would twinkle in rhythm, as though they were old friends keeping time. The valley was a place of quiet magic, where the air smelled sweet with lavender and vanilla, and the grass whispered secrets to the wind. Lila loved this valley with all her heart, and the valley loved her just the same. Every evening, when the sun's last rays melted into the horizon, Lila would set out on an adventure. She carried a small, glowing lantern in her mouth, its light warm and golden, like a tiny sun just for her. The lantern lit her path as she wandered through the gentle hills, revealing hidden patches of wildflowers that bloomed only under the cover of night. The soft crunch of her hooves on the dewy grass was the only sound in the stillness, until she began to hum. Her hum was soft and low, a sound that made the fireflies pause in their flight and listen. They loved Lila, and they loved her hum. One by one, they began to hover around her, their tiny lights flickering like they were trying to match the rhythm of her song. Together, Lila and the fireflies made the night feel cozier, like a warm blanket wrapped around the valley. As she wandered, a wise old owl perched on a tree called out to her in a soft hoot. "Good evening, little Lila," he said, his voice as deep and comforting as the night itself. "What are you gathering tonight?" Lila stopped and looked up at him, her eyes shining like the stars she loved so much. "I'm gathering starlight," she said, her voice as gentle as the breeze. "The night feels especially quiet, and I thought a little more light might make it feel just right." The owl nodded, his great head bobbing slowly. "A fine idea," he said. "The stars are particularly bright tonight. You might even find a few that have fallen close to the ground just for you." As he spoke, Lila noticed something she hadn't before, a faint sparkle nestled in the grass just ahead of her. She padded closer, her lantern held carefully in her teeth, and found not just one sparkle, but dozens, scattered across the field like tiny jewels. The fireflies buzzed with excitement, and Lila smiled. She knew exactly what to do, with her lantern to guide her, and the fireflies to help. Lila set to work gathering the starlight, one spark at a time. The valley sighed softly around her, the stars twinkling their approval, and the night grew deeper, and somehow even more magical. As Lila wandered through the valley, the earthy scent of damp grass rose with each step, blending with the sweetness of lavender. Her lantern cast a gentle glow, illuminating a narrow, winding path she hadn't noticed before. Curiosity piqued, she followed it, the soft rustle of leaves underfoot accompanying her hum. The fireflies danced ahead, lighting the way like tiny sentinels of the night. shimmering with reflected starlight. Lila knelt to drink, and as she did, the water rippled, revealing a delicate deer with coat as white as moonlight. It stepped gracefully from the stream, nuzzling her gently. Together, they played a game of quiet chase, their footsteps light, their laughter soft as the night breeze. The deer's presence added a new layer of enchantment to the evening, and the valley seemed to hum with delight. As the night deepened, Lila found herself at the edge of a meadow, where the grass swayed like a soft carpet under the moon. The fireflies settled around her, their lights dimming to a gentle pulse, signaling the evening's end. She lay down, her wool soft against the ground, and the stars twinkled their approval. The valley's elements whispered a lullaby, the rustling leaves, the distant hoot of the owl, the gentle babble of the stream. Lila closed her eyes, feeling the contentment of a night well spent. The world around her seemed to slow, each sound and movement becoming more relaxed, more serene. The stars' twinkle grew softer, and the moon dipped lower, casting a final, comforting glance. In this peaceful meadow, surrounded by friends and the valley's magic, Lila felt the approaching rest, her heart full and calm, ready to drift into a well-deserved sleep. The fireflies, now a soft flicker, escorted Lila as she meandered back to her cozy burrow, the lantern still glowing warmly in her mouth. The path unwound gently through the hills, each step quiet on the dewy grass. The valley seemed to whisper goodnight with each rustle of leaves and chirp of crickets, their songs fading into the stillness. As she approached her home, the burrow glowed softly, lit by the lingering light of the setting moon. Inside, her bed of moss and lavender awaited, fragrant and inviting. She nestled in, her wool fluffing softly, and placed her lantern by her side. The fireflies hovered at the entrance, their lights dimming one by one as they bid her good night. One lingered, settling near her bed like a tiny guardian, its light a gentle pulse in the dark. Outside, the stars twinkled their goodbyes, the night air carrying the lullaby of the valley, whispers of wind, distant hoots of the owl, and the soft babble of the stream. The moon dipped low, its final rays peeping through the burrow entrance, casting a silver stripe across Lila's peaceful form. She closed her eyes, feeling the warmth of the day and the magic of the night wrap around her. The world slowed, breath deepened, and as the last firefly dimmed, Lila drifted into a sleep as soft as the valley's embrace. The valley rested with her,